Hey everybody, it's Megan. As always, I hope all of you are doing well. Today's going to be a fun one. I'm going to be going over a new release bag from Louis Vuitton, the Slouchy. It does come in two sizes, the MM, which I have, the bigger size, and Louis Vuitton also released it in the PM size, which is a bit smaller. I have not seen that one in person, so I will be going over the MM larger size bag, but you still will get a very good idea as to the entire concept and features of this slouchy bag. I want to mention to you very quickly in my recent unboxing video, which I'll link right up here, where I unboxed not only the Slouchy MM, but also the Vachetta Matisse backpack. I also unboxed these amazing earrings. I don't know the name of them, but my goodness, you guys, I can't even tell you how much I really enjoy them. They're lightweight. They don't stand out. They're not gaudy. I find the size to be absolutely perfect, and I'm just a really big fan of hoops. Also, this necklace, I get a lot of questions on Instagram about it. This is the Lady LV necklace. And a lot of people ask, did you layer the necklace? And I didn't. It just came like this, and I just love the look of it. This is literally my favorite necklace that I've ever bought, luxury fashion-wise. And then I'm wearing this beautiful bracelet, which I really enjoy just as much as the necklace, which is saying a lot. And I just love the dangle. I love how it's a layered look. And it's so shiny. The icons are just absolutely very shiny. If you're interested in the earrings, necklace, bracelets, I do have them linked within the description box below. Before we get into the video, if you have not joined my YouTube luxury community, I invite you to do so by clicking on the subscribe button you see located right down there below on your screen. Also, by clicking the notification bell, you'll be notified every time I upload a video. So yes, you guys, we're going to be talking about the Slouchy MM. Let me just go ahead and pull her up. My goodness, she's so pretty. This bag, let me just start off by saying this. I don't own a Hobo bag besides this one that I just recently got. In the past, I owned the Delightful. That was one of the first Louis Vuitton bags I ever purchased. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that one, but I didn't like it just because every time, I mentioned this in the unboxing too, every time I set it down, it would just flop right over. It just was literally just canvas flopped over. And I like my bags to look nice when I set them down. So that was just a huge con for that bag. And I ended up selling it and was pretty disappointed. And when this one was released, my goodness, you guys, I could not even tell you how I thought to myself, this is literally the perfect bag for me. If I could have architected this bag with Louis Vuitton, this is how I would have made it. And the biggest reason I say that is because I love the slouch. This slouch actually conforms to your body. I'm going to show you mod shots in just a moment, but it conforms to your body when you're wearing it. On top of that, like I said, I did not like with the Delightful how it just flopped over. This one, Louis Vuitton did it right. I don't know, maybe they heard the complaints, I'm not too sure, but they made it very structured on the bottom. So it's absolutely amazing that the bottom is so structured and the rest of the bag is just complete slouch, which is amazing. Canvas is extremely soft. It has the upgraded gold hardware. The side right here, you see, it does include a luggage tag. I guess they're kind of going with the theme of the graceful with the luggage tag. So it has a luggage tag that's detachable. It also has a lock. And as you can see, the lock, I have to take that sticker off right there, that plastic hardware sticker. The lock is within the luggage tag. So you can wear the luggage tag on its own without the lock. Something that's very cool about this bag is if you're like me, sometimes you like to dress your bags up a bit. So you could just take this luggage tag off and just not even have anything there. Love that versatility. Or if you'd like, you can go ahead and use this area right here and attach another type of charm, another Louis Vuitton charm. The sales representative was actually telling me that, so I actually pulled out before I started filming this video a few charms. I'm not going to take the luggage tag off. We can just use our imagination. I'll pull this up right here, and then you guys can see what it would look like with the charm. I'm actually doing this for the first time with you guys. So as you can see, you could have that charm, which is pretty, but I think maybe I'd use another one. But see, I have this one, which might be that's a very cute option. What I liked about the Delightful is it did actually have a charm hanging off. So that's really appealing to me. I also have this one that is a little bit more low-key, very pretty. And then, oh, my favorite. This is my favorite charm from Louis Vuitton. I do believe it's the Facettes charm. And very pretty, as you guys can see. Let me go ahead, like this, and that is how it would look on the bag. Beautiful, in my opinion. So you have a lot of versatility. That's pro when it comes to how you can change the look on the side of this bag, whether or not you want items on there, whether or not you just want to take them completely off and just leave it like that. Now, like I said, this is going to feature upgraded hardware. It does not have an adjustable strap. So many might say that's not a good thing. No, we want to be able to adjust our straps. But I do have to say this, you guys, because it has the strap drop that it does, in my opinion, it completely makes it okay that this is not an adjustable strap. I cannot imagine wearing this style bag as a crossbody. Maybe it's just me. Maybe the PM size, you could, I don't know. It's just the style and the slouch. I don't think that it would be the best crossbody. I find this to be the perfect shoulder bag. And if you wanted, you could have also the added versatility of wearing it tote style. It's kind of like thinking about the Neverfull. The Neverfull is to be used solely as a shoulder bag or a tote style bag. And I want to give you guys an idea when I talk about the Neverfull. I'm going to show you the Neverfull MM in comparison to this Slouchy MM. Now, please remember that the Slouchy MM comes in a PM size, which is a smaller size. So we're going to be comparing this MM larger size to the Neverfull MM, which is a medium size Neverfull. Okay, so here we have the Slouchy MM. Again, this is going to be considered more of a medium sized bag, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean, because right next to it I have my Neverfull MM. And is it just me, or do these bags look very, very similar in size? I want to go ahead and show you larger size bags that I own. Here is my Neverfull GM, and this will hopefully give you an idea as to a big size difference between these two bags. Obviously, you're going to be able to fit a lot more in the Neverfull GM in comparison to the Slouchy MM. And here I have my on-the-go GM. Same situation, it's going to fit a lot more than the Slouchy MM. So I really just have come to the conclusion that the Slouchy MM is going to be a medium-sized bag. It's not going to be a very, very large bag. So hopefully that makes it clear. I am humble when I say that I have a lot of Louis Vuitton bags. Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I did an entire bag collection video, which I'll link right up here if you want to check it out. But yeah, the only bag that I have to wear over the shoulder and enjoy it the way that I do is the Neverfull MM, the medium size. Now, I want to go ahead and get into mod shots. Before I do, I want to show you the interior. Again, the canvas on this bag is going to be extremely squishy. I love it so much, especially with the structured bottom. As you can tell, the zip pull is so buttery. I'm sure you heard that, but I can do it again. Why not? You hear that? Very, very smooth zipper pull. And the interior is amazing because they chose that gorgeous red color. It's very important to show you what fits in this Slouchy MM. So we're going to try a laptop, and some of you may be wondering if the laptop fits. The reason I know is the sales associate actually told me, but this was the first time I actually tried putting a laptop inside of this bag. So I'm going to take the laptop out and put in other items. After I put in the other items, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to put that laptop back in. So the first item that I'm going to put inside is going to be the Agenda GM. A lot of you guys know that's the largest agenda that Louis Vuitton sells. It's quite big. And then I have this very cute notebook that was gifted to me from a Louis Vuitton sales associate. It's adorable, and that fits in perfectly. Then I am going to fit in my very packed cosmetic pouch PM. After that, I have my Victorine wallet, which is going to be the largest size compact wallet that Louis Vuitton sells. Then I have my Toiletry 15. And then I have my pouch that comes with my Neverfull MM. I think you would have to agree, this is a lot of items that fit inside of this bag. And I'm going to attempt to put in the laptop. Let's see if it fits. I was very curious to know myself. So I attempted, and yes, it actually fit. That's amazing. And then I went to close it up to make sure it was a good fit, and it was. That is saying so much for a medium-sized bag. That's amazing. So I'll go ahead and show you again what I fit inside. There we have my laptop. And after I took the laptop out, I wanted to give you guys an idea as to how much more room was inside of this bag. Look at that with all of those items. It's very, very shocking considering the fact that this is a medium-sized bag. So there was my Agenda GM and my Neverfull pouch, and then my Toiletry 15, and then my very packed cosmetic pouch PM, and anything else. Yes, my notebook. And it's so adorable. I love this one, you guys. So, so cute. And that was it, but that's a lot. I'm so impressed with this bag, not only with the exterior, but also with the interior. Absolutely beautiful. When the Speedy 20 was released with the monogram canvas and that red interior, the red interior drew me to it so much. Because when you think about it, you spend this much money on a bag, you open the bag, you look in the bag, you want the interior to be just as amazing as the exterior. So the red with this shiny hardware, it's really reminding me not of the size, not of the style of the Speedy 20, but of that feeling that it gave me with the canvas, with the upgraded gold hardware, with that red interior. But the difference is this is going to have micro suede fiber, where the Speedy 20 is going to be textile. So this is going to be very, very, very soft on the hands. And I'm trying to see, there is a big zipper that this bag comes with. Let me go ahead and open it up so you guys can see the size of it. I would definitely say this is a very big zipper, so that's a very good feature. And then it also has 2 additional pockets. I think you guys can see, there you go, has 2 additional pockets. It doesn't have a D-ring on the inside, but that's okay because I don't really need one. Yeah, just so roomy, and again, that beautiful buttery zip. So there's a lot of pros going on with this bag. I want to go ahead and quickly show you what this bag looks like on. It's very important to say that this bag is called the Slouchy for a reason, because it's a slouchy bag, and I'm a fan of the slouch, guys. I really just am. So when you wear this, it actually will contour to your body. The slouch changes, and I find that to be amazing. So let me go ahead and quickly show you some mod shots of what this bag looks like on. This is so exciting to do. This bag is so beautiful. I'm loving the way that it looks from the back. How cute is that? And then from the side, it's absolutely perfect. I am 5'8", almost 5'9" in height, weigh about 135 pounds. And I find this bag to be perfect for basically every height and stature because it is a medium-sized bag. Up close and personal, you guys can see that gorgeous slouch with the upgraded hardware with that luggage tag and padlock, which again is going to be removable if you'd like more of a low-key look, or of course you could replace it with another charm. Now this strap drop length, I find it to be absolutely perfect. I would not want it to be any longer. I would not want it to be any shorter. I feel Louis Vuitton did a perfect job when they constructed it. Now, the way that this looks, I love the slouch, and I'm just loving the fact that it keeps its shape at the bottom. Slouch with a structured bottom works perfectly for me when it comes to a hobo, because that means it's not going to fall over when you set it down. And how cute is it tote style? And it's just so easy to go from tote style to over the shoulder, and both looks are absolutely beautiful. And some of you may be wondering, will this strap fall off my shoulder? Answer is no, it definitely won't. And that's a wonderful feature. Now, going back to the strap drop length, I can't imagine it being any longer. Would not like that. No, no, no. Would not like it too short. It's perfect. And just going back to the overall look, it's so beautiful from the back, from the side, from the front. And I was talking about contouring the bag. As you push it in different ways, you kind of mold it to your body. It's just fun to change the shape as you're wearing it. It's truly such a beautiful and fun bag. Louis Vuitton made this bag in a way that allows it to be slouchy while simultaneously allowing you to set the bag down to keep its shape. When you go to set the bag down, it's just not going to fall over. I'm just holding it as you guys can see. But that is really a huge pro to me, because that was what turned me off from my beautiful, delightful bag. It really was a huge deterrent. So they got it right with this one, you guys. They really did. And if you're a fan of the slouch, you're a fan of allowing it to keep this shape when you set it down, if you're a fan of a casual bag that stands out very, very beautifully, and you like hobos, I would definitely recommend this one, because like I said, I don't own, besides this one, any other hobos in my collection. I just don't. So in summary, I would definitely have to say this bag is a huge winner. A ton of pros going on. And if I were to say a con, I would have to say one con. And that would be the fact that it does have Vachetta leather. And as we all know, Vachetta can get marks on it. Obviously it can, but it's very important to know this as well. I mentioned this in my unboxing video. I had done a video on how I take care of my bags, which I'll link right up here. But a key, I just want to share this with you guys because so many bags that Louis Vuitton releases are actually Vachetta. I had 2 different occasions, and why did it have to be Red Bull? Red Bull, both times. That got on my high-rise bum bag, and another time it got on my Speedy 20. And I looked at both of them both times, and I thought to myself, oh no, I'm gonna need to get the leather replaced. There was so much Red Bull on the Vachetta. And in Hawaii, about 2 years ago, I had my multi-pochette with me, and I had also brought my 99.9% baby wipes with me. And I accidentally, it happened, I spilt water on Vachetta within one of the pochettes. And I thought to myself, oh no, but I also remembered that I brought my Huggies 99.9% water baby wipes. Yes, I did, because I like to clean off my bags when I use them. And I told him, I said, can you just run up to the hotel room, please, and get that? And, you know, maybe I can get to this somehow. And that's when I really learned. I literally got to it right away. That's the key, to get to it right away. If you spill water, liquid, Red Bull, I did it twice. I had learned that in Hawaii 2 years ago, where I used one of those wipes and I just literally put it over all of the Vachetta. And guess what? The watermark came completely out. But when it happened with the Red Bulls, I thought to myself, this is Red Bull. It's not the same as water. But guess what? I was so excited because I used the same method, grabbed a baby wipe in each situation, and I got to it right away. And guess what? They still look as beautiful as the day that I bought them. There is no mark whatsoever. So please remember that, you guys, because these bags are not inexpensive. And I hear a lot of people say, Vachetta scares me. And I understand that because we're spending a lot of money on these items and we don't want to get any type of marks on them. It happens, you know, you make your history with the bag, but we try to avoid that from happening. So if anything you take from this video, just try to remember that. If you ever get a watermark on your Vachetta, try to get to it right away with 99.9% baby wipes. It really does the trick. But also, if you're interested in other tips, I do recommend checking out that video on how I take care of my bags. I also explained in that video how I keep my Vachetta from darkening very, very quickly because I like a patina, but I don't want it to get too dark where it looks like it's almost black. I just don't want that. I haven't had a bag reach that phase, but you know, I guess the time will come, and when it does, I will replace the leather. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I love it when the bag develops a patina, especially a light to medium patina. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I do know that when this one starts to darken, it's going to look absolutely beautiful. So I hope you found this video to be helpful. I'm absolutely over the moon over this bag. I find it to be amazing. It reminds me of other bags put together to make it this one. I think you guys know what I mean. Artsy being one of them for sure. Love this strap drop length though. I don't know if the Artsy had as long of a strap drop length as this because I didn't own the Artsy, but definitely reminded me of it. And I always wanted that bag too. So I'm happy to say I have this one. I'm loving the Slouchy MM. Yes, I am. And I think that the PM will be just as beautiful if you're interested in that size. So that's going to be it, you guys. If you happen to have any comments or questions, if I missed anything, please let me know. I'm always happy to answer any questions that you may have. Also, any comments, I always say it. I always mean it. I always love hearing from you. All right, you guys, now's the time within the video where I'm going to completely transition topics as I typically do, from speaking about luxury to something that's definitely more insightful, meaningful, and inspirational. Topic of today is going to be a good one, and I'd like to mention, I've mentioned in previous videos that I started another YouTube channel that elaborates on these messages. The title of that channel is MEGS Mission. If you're interested in checking it out, I do have it linked within the description box below. I would definitely love to see you over there. But the title of today's message is going to be, There is Nothing to Fear. It's very important to keep into perspective the reality of what fear is and how to manage it. And when I say reality of what fear is, I guess I could just go into saying fear does not come from God. It's normal to have concerns about different situations and how they're going to play out. But when it becomes a fear, that's when it becomes something that is pretty much ungodly. And it comes from a place that we definitely want to reject. We always have to keep in mind, we always have to remember that God is always in control. He has the final say. He has the answer when you don't have the answer, when you have no idea what's going to happen. He already has the answer for it. And I'm sure we all could think back on times in our lives where we've been fearful of different situations and anxiety about different situations, and we look back and we realize God had an answer and everything turned out to be okay. Fear robs us of many things, including our peace of mind. It can rob us of our sleep at night. It can rob us of having nice times with family members and friends because our minds are preoccupied with fear. And again, the reality of the situation is always going to remain the same. Fear does not come from God. Fear comes from the enemy. And when you realize this, it's easy to understand that we always want to go with God. We don't want to ever listen to the enemy. He's full of lies, and he's going to bombard your thought life when it comes to fear with all of the what ifs. What if this happens? What if that happens? And if that happens, what if that happens? And if that happens, oh my goodness, then what if this happens? And your mind can go in so many different directions. That's what he wants. That's the whole goal of intruding your thought life. He wants you to live in fear. If he cannot have your soul, he does his very best to ruin your life. And God doesn't want us to not wear our daily spiritual armor. He tells us in the Bible to wear our spiritual armor on a daily basis for a reason. Part of wearing our spiritual armor is understanding that spiritual warfare is a very real thing, and combating fear is part of that war. God loves you so much, and as humans it can be hard to think to ourselves, well, there's billions and billions of people on this planet. Why would God have time for just me? Well, the reason is quite simple. You are an extension of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ lives within you. You have that light within you, which is very, very powerful. And the enemy doesn't want you to know that you have this light within you. But it's important to know that you do, because when you do know it, you'll know that no matter what negative situation, no matter what person, no matter what fear, our darkest fears, no matter what they are, they can't beat the light that exists within us. And it truly is up to us to tap into that light, because we have free will and we have, our minds that can go off in any which direction, and we have the remote control. And even though it may seem at times that we don't have the remote control, we do. And it's really up to us, when we have fear-filled thoughts, to change the channel of our mind and focus on something that is of a good rapport. God says that in the Bible for a reason. Also, when we're having those fear-filled thoughts, you should always talk back to them and say, no, I'm not receiving this in my spirit. I know God has an answer for this. He has taken care of me in the past, and he will continue to take care of me for the rest of my life. I am a child of God. So my message today is quite simple. If you have any types of fears going on in your life, I truly do encourage you to go to God in prayer and faithfully ask him to remove the fears from you. Keep the faith and understand God has an answer for any concern that's on your mind. Don't fear. God is always in control. He loves you so much. So that's what I have to say on the topic of there is nothing to fear. If you happen to have any comments or questions on that topic, and or, my goodness, such different topics, I always say it because it's very, very true. This beautiful Slouchy MM, you guys, I really just don't have words for this. All I can say is I haven't been this excited about a bag since the mini bum bag and the high-rise bum bag. It's a stunner. What can I say? So any comments or questions about the message, any comments or questions about the bag, always love hearing from you. So if you did make it to the end of this video, of course, I greatly thank you. Until my next, very much looking forward to. You guys take care, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Bye.